I am so excited to talk to Autumn. Dan, hi, Autumn. Thank you so much for doing
Hi.
this.
How are you?
I am doing great. I am so excited to talk to you. Why don't we just get started? Why don't you tell everybody where you work, how long you've been in car sales? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I actually just started in January of 2025. It was January 10th. And
Which was
I work,
around 9 months as of
yeah,
this recording.
roughly about 9 months. And I work in Eastern North Carolina at a Chevrolet GMC dealership, and we also have a massive auto group, like 28 locations. And I also sell Toyotas.
Gotcha. So, what were you doing before you started here?
I was in so many different industries before I actually started with car sales. I was a store manager, I was supervisor of stores. So I was in a lot of retail. I also did manufacturing, like food manufacturing, food packaging manufacturing, all of that.
So, what made you start in car sales?
While I was doing retail, I needed to pick up some extra hours, and I was a receptionist at this dealership.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I was there every morning at 7 a.m. The salespeople didn't come in till 9. A customer for service, because they were open at 7, was in the showroom and was asking me all these questions about the cars, and I didn't know what to say. I didn't have any answers. I'm just the receptionist.
Right.
So I tried my hardest every time I was at work to learn about the vehicles that were in the showroom.
Mhm.
And then that way I was able to answer people's questions. Um, so the next time the customer came in and they were asking me questions, I was able to tell them every single detail about the vehicle. And basically, I sold them on the vehicle without being their salesperson. So, I mean, that was probably what started my want to be in car sales.
What happened next? How did you actually get on the floor? Did you talk to the manager? Did they come to you? Like, what happened?
So, I was actually up for promotion at my retail job, and I told them that I would be leaving reception because, I had to be more full time over at retail. Well, the sales manager was actually like, no, I want you to stay here. And I told him no. I told him no. Um, and then I was like, just by chance, if this is, a real offer and you're not just like, oh, I want you to stay because you're awesome. 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, is the offer still available? He said, absolutely. This is 100% a legit offer. It's like, okay. So I kept that in the back of my mind. And, I had changed jobs a couple of times. And it was just always there in the back of my mind. Like, I could do that. And I was like, why not? Why not? Let's go. So I called up the manager and I was like, hey, remember that offer from like 2 years ago? And he was like, mm-hmm. He's like, come see me on Wednesday.
That is amazing. So, can I ask you, what do you think was the biggest challenge that you had to overcome when you first became a salesperson? What do you remember was the hardest part?
Talking to people straight up, like walking out onto the lot and saying, hey, my name is Autumn. How can I help you? Like, that was the hardest part because you're just, you're not really used to that. You're not used to walking up to someone and starting a conversation. Like, if you don't know that person, you're probably not going to talk to them.
Right.
But now being in car sales, I talk to everybody. I try
How,
to break out of that shell.
how do you start a conversation now? Like, what is your tip for anybody who's struggling with that?
Talk to yourself in the mirror. Anytime you see your reflection, talk to yourself in the mirror. Call people that you don't normally call. that are in your contacts and spark up a conversation. People that you haven't talked to in years, start a conversation.
Was there anybody in your dealership that kind of took you under their wing, who kind of showed you the ropes or taught you a lesson that you would like to share?
Yes, I would say all of the other salesmen were kind of like really, they were on board with me, joining the team. But our inventory manager, he's amazing. He pulls me to the side sometimes and he shows me like how to stock in vehicles and, little parts of the job that, you're not going to learn on a regular everyday basis just as a salesperson.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he was like giving me tips and tricks, like, put yourself out there, go to the public events, talk to people, give them a business card, you know, get out there. Don't just go home after work.
Love it. What do you think is the biggest misconception that people have about starting in car sales? So you want to dispel that myth right now. Before we hear the answer to that really juicy question from our guest, I wanted to tell you how I found her, how she ended up on this video in this interview. I found her on TikTok because she had a strong presence, because she was using the right hashtags, because she knew what she was doing. And that is how your customers find you. That is how you establish your authority in the marketplace. That is how car salespeople make their mark and take control of their careers, by being online. And you need to be on TikTok if you're not already. My name is Ina. I'm the AutoSocial Gal, and I'm a social media strategist for car salespeople, for car dealerships. And I have helped hundreds of people with their online presence over the past decade. And now, for the first time ever, I have created a Mastering TikTok for Car Sales course that you can have right now and learn everything I know about how to show up on TikTok, attract your right customers, and also make the experience be right for you. It doesn't have to be silly dances. It doesn't have to be complicated scripts or skits. It can be whatever you want it to be. And in this course, I really put everything that I know so that you can have the kind of presence that is going to make you go from unknown to unforgettable, so that people want to drive 2 hours out of their way to come and buy cars from you. I have you with the list of equipment that you need, with all of the TikTok features. I am going to show you exactly around the app. I'm going to show you how to simplify the analytics process. You don't have to know everything right off the bat to be successful. I'm going to show you how to stand out with your unique personality. I'm going to show you the viral examples so that they inspire you and you know exactly what to post, and so much more. And all of this can be yours right now. And I want to give you a very special $15 off code. The price of the course is going to keep changing. I just put this out there and the price is going to continue to increase. So don't rest thinking that the price is going to stay the same, and grab this code right here for your $15 off, no matter what the price of the course is. Just code this QR code, take a picture of this QR code, or go to autosocialgal.com/TT for TikTok, get it? And use the code YTGals, that stands for YouTube Gals, so that I know you came from this video and you're coming from here. It's all in that QR code. If you go to autosocialgal.com/TT, it already has the code baked into it, and you can go and grab it right now, because I want to see you on TikTok so that I can go and invite you to be on this YouTube channel, elevate your authority, and inspire others. All right, now let's go back to the interview.
You're not going to sell every customer. There's going to be more no's than yeses.
Mm-hmm.
Getting into car sales, I probably saw 30 no's on a 100 question, like 30 no's out of 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
And the other like 40 are going to be like, I don't have time for you. And then you've got, 20% that are like, I'm interested, but no. So
What is your best tip to deal with rejection?
Brush it off. Just brush it off. Move on to the next one. As quick as they say no, you say, okay, thank you so much. And then you move on. Absolutely.
Okay, I want you to imagine that somebody who is starting in car sales right now, they are struggling. They're struggling with that rejection piece. They're struggling with fitting into the team, right? A lot of women who join, they're joining a team full of men, right? They may be the only
Mm-hmm.
girl in their dealership. And they're struggling. They're struggling to find their place and to fit in. Um, is there a lesson that you learned that you feel like would really help them?
You have to not take everything to heart. Um, Treat them all as your brothers. Like, oh, they're messing around, they're pushing you around, whatever. That's just their way of being. You have to kind of brush it off and just like put yourself out there and be aggressive. Like, if you are feeling like you're not fitting in, take it as your advantage. Be like, yes, I'm different. I'm a girl. I can do it better than you.
I love it. I love that. Um, what's your favorite customer story?
Um, Favorite customer story is actually you don't, a lot of people in car sales don't like it when customers come in and do this. One time we had a customer come in and they walked into the showroom and they're like, who wants to sell a car today? Or I want to buy a car. Oh, we've got a clipboard with all these things, or one they can't buy, or they have no money down, whatever. Every time a salesman hears that, they're like, oh God, they run and hide. But this situation was different. She had bought a vehicle previously and was waiting on the color to come in.
Mhm.
The exact same car, just her color. And she walked in the showroom. She was like, I want this vehicle. We're like, okay, let's go for a test drive. We went for the test drive while the sales manager was running all the numbers and everything. We got back. He pops the perfect payment, zero down option for her out on the desk, and she signs immediately. Immediately. I was like, yes, finally.
That is amazing. You love the easy ones. The easy
Yes.
sales, everybody's happy, you know?
Like, just give it to me.
That's awesome. Okay, social media. So what made you decide to start talking about car sales on social media, and what do you think was your biggest challenge when you started?
So I was already on social media, and I had seen a few, not many, but I had seen a few car sales posts, and I was like, I think I could do that better. I think I could do this differently. So I was like, let's hop on the train. Let's do it. Social media is ever evolving, you know. It's never gonna go stagnant. So the more you adapt and change and keep things fresh, the more views you're gonna get, the more um, spark that's going to ignite for your customers, and showing all those happy faces that you've sold can really make somebody be like, no, I don't want to buy a car, to, oh my God, yeah, look at all these happy people.
Love it. What is your best social media hack?
Oh, I'm still finding my footing, honestly. But try to hop on all the trends as soon as you see them. Don't wait. Like, if something's starting to go viral, get on that trend immediately.
Mhm. Love it. Okay, this is your chance. This is your platform. You're on a stage, and there's all of these car sales women right there waiting to hear what piece of wisdom you can give them, what piece of empowerment or encouragement or motivation you can give them, what do you have to say to all of them?
Work as a team, honestly. Don't take anything to heart. Don't bash anybody. Always lift them up. And then just keep grinding. Do what you got to do. Make those sales. Help other people if you see that they're struggling. Give them your best advice and just go from there.
I love it. Autumn, this has been amazing. Really, no, thank you so much for your wisdom, for your gold nuggets, and for your time. Where can everybody find you, go buy a car from you, or follow you on social media?
Absolutely. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I work over in Eastern North Carolina. So if you want my dealership and everything, send me a DM.
All right. Can you say out loud what your handle is on TikTok and on Instagram?
Yes, Autumn the Car Girl on TikTok. Instagram, it's just Autumn Dan. And Facebook, it's just Autumn Dan.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Autumn. I'm going to let you get back to work. You have been amazing, really. Thank you so much for doing this for us.
Thank you for having me.